Good evening, everyone. Tonight is Tuesday, February 10th, 2026, and I'll call the North Liberty City Council meeting to order. Stacy, could we have roll call, please?
Sure. Smith?
Here.
Wason?
Here.
Courtney?
Here.
Park?
Here.
Leibold?
Here.
Thank you. Item 3 is approval of the agenda. There are no changes. Could I have a motion for approval, please?
So moved. Second.
Moved by Smith, seconded by Leibold.
It's me.
Any question? I'm sorry. Wason, Leibold. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Agenda carries. Item 4 is our consent agenda. Pretty light on there. Could I have a motion for consideration, please?
So moved. Second.
Moved by Park, seconded by Smith. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Consent agenda carries. Item 5 is public comment. If there's anyone in the audience wishing to address council on an item not already on the agenda, now is your time. I will close public comment. Move on to item 6, Josiah, engineers report.
Thanks, Mayor. I don't have any new updates to report tonight. Kind of a lull here in early February, unless there's questions.
Are there any questions for Josiah? A lull in questions, it seems, as well. Ryan, and City Administrator report.
Okay, thanks. Just a couple things on my end. First, wanted to make you folks and the public aware that we are transitioning to a new agenda management, to a agenda management software. Currently, it's a bit of a manual process. So we hope to make the full transition in March. Right now, we're practicing with different components, and so you're seeing some inconsistencies in font and format in the packet. All the data, of course, and information is accurate, but the formatting may not be perfect just yet. So we'll continue to tweak that. And the idea with the software or the agenda management software is that it will make things a little more efficient on our end as we complete the packet. It'll also help us with reminders on things that need to go to the paper, public notices, et cetera. And hopefully then the goal is that it'll be more user-friendly on the residents' end as well as they're looking through and searching for things in our council packet. So we'll have, you'll see that fully introduced, we hope, in March. It should be pretty seamless on your end, but just know that we're working through that. The only other thing I'd mention this evening is that tomorrow at 10 o'clock we're holding a press conference at the Hy-Vee Amphitheater to announce our first season of events, and our team is pretty excited to make those announcements, and we will have some folks there from some of the performing acts that are going to be at Centennial this summer. So it starts at 10 if you can make it. Otherwise, watch the news. Hopefully, you'll see some coverage on that. That's what I have tonight, Mayor.
Awesome. Any questions for Ryan? Move on to item 8, Mayor's report, and just a couple of small things. Was able to be at the Coffee Connection last week, hosted here at the city. Had a great turnout of a lot of local residents and business owners that were there, so thank you all for coming to that. And the only other thing I have is a reminder that the Optimist Club's annual pancake day is this Saturday from 7 until 1 at the Rec Center. Item 9, our council reports. Now is the time for anyone on council to report on what they've been doing on behalf of the city since our last council meeting.
One thing, I think we went to the emergency management meeting and the budget is all set, and they're going to have a public hearing on the 26th for the building redesign that we would like to place out on the edge of Tiffin. I think, did we do the MPO since the last one? Okay.
Not us, no. Thank you, sir.
Mayor, I think all of us are at the BT 2030 Excellence in Action Awards. Appreciate everyone being there. Another congratulations to our award winner, Jillian Miller, and her staff, part of her staff out there at Centennial Park. That was a lot of fun. I got to enjoy the Snuggie Bar Crawl. I will say the numbers were down significantly this year, unfortunately, so maybe something I'm guessing staff will have to take a look at, because I've done that for a number of years. It's been a couple of years since we'd gone. Went this year. Still fun. A lot of work went into it, but the numbers were down. So, and then I would just, again, thank Ryan. I'm seeing the change on our agendas with that star by number 10, designating that and reminding us that that's a council priority from our goal-setting session last year. So I appreciate that. That draws our attention to priorities that we set in the future. And I think that's an excellent reminder for us. So thank you, Ryan.
I also attended the Greater IC Coffee Connections at City Hall, and I would mention the mayor did a great job explaining that North Liberty will actually pay less in property taxes coming up, and I was able to share my excitement about the public art projects that'll be upcoming. I was really excited about that, and I was also able to visit the Capitol to advocate for property rights and talk to our legislators about property tax changes and other real estate issues. And that's what I have. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
Busy couple of weeks for me, Mayor. Like most of us up here, attended the Better Together Awards, and just wanted to say congratulations again to all the award recipients. A lot in partnership with Greater Iowa City. So you mentioned the Coffee Connection here at City Hall. That was excellent event. Also attended the Community Lunch Connection in Iowa City at Big Grove. And I will take this opportunity with Greater Iowa City to remind folks that the North Liberty Grant Program applications for economic assistance, if it's not wrapped up, it will be wrapping up very, very soon. So if you have any interest in applying for those grants, to please go to greateriowacity.com. There is additional information on our website. Very excited about that program, so get your applications in. I attended the legislative forum and got to spend some time with our state representatives over at Urban Acres. So thank you to Urban Acres for hosting that, and Greater Iowa City for coordinating that event. I believe the next one coming up is in March. I want to say March 3rd, but don't quote me on that date. And then from a Snuggie crawl participation, I would say I was adjacent. I did not go to all of the stops, but hit a couple of them. And another great event put on by our staff. So thank you very much for that. That's it for me, Mayor.
Thanks, Brian.
Mr. Mayor, I also attended the Better Together, and I just wanted to do a shout out to all of the award winners. It was really inspiring, and the business members and individuals that were highlighted was pretty awesome, including our own Jillian Miller right here in North Liberty. Attended the Coffee Connections. I thought it was a great turnout again as well. Then I also attended the Manufactured Housing Day homeowners meeting with legislators at the Capitol. Not only I met people from North Liberty and all across Iowa, and it was great. Met with some legislators just to talk about property rights that affect people in our community as well. So that was very good. I'd never been there, so it was a nice visit. And I think that's all I got.
Thank you. Thank you for going. Thank you for all of you for taking the time to be at the Capitol and to stay informed legislatively. And that's something I'll wrap up with, is that there's a lot of news, and it's really just important to stay up to date as much as we can on what's going on there. So if you can be there and be a part of that action, that's even better. So thanks for doing that. Ryan brought it to my attention that I was wrong about the pancake breakfast, by the way. It's next month on the 14th. Sorry, Brent. Maybe I'll make some for you Saturday morning. I don't know. So
Take you
give me call ahead of time, though. It's a
Second that
table.
motion.
Exactly. So thanks for that catch. Otherwise, I would have caused chaos at the rec center this weekend. We'll move on to item 10, which is art and culture plan. And item A is resolution number 2026-12. This is a resolution approving the contract for the drafting of an art and culture plan between Group Creative Services and the City of North Liberty. Could I have a motion for consideration, please?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Park, seconded by Fortney. Are there any questions before I turn this over to Ryan briefly for some background? Take it away.
Okay, thank you. Well, as Councilor Smith mentioned, this is an established goal by the City Council back in 2024. And at our last meeting, this group allocated funding for this plan and potential projects that result from this plan. What we're proposing here is to work with a company, a facilitator. I suppose I should speak into this a little bit. Thanks. Nick's going to be mad. What we're proposing is to work with a group that has extensive experience in putting plans together for municipalities and other organizations, and you saw some of that in the proposal. We had a small group of staff who had some initial conversations, actually, that came about through a connect at a conference with an art professor at ISU, and kind of led us down to or through to the path of finding this consultant to help us with the plan. Much like our comprehensive plan, our parks plan, you might remember the kind of the vision plan we did back in 2020. It's really helpful in these cases to have a facilitator with knowledge and expertise in this area. So we're pretty jazzed about this. We think there's a good opportunity for public input and public participation, as you saw in the proposal. Our team would recommend approval of the proposal tonight, and then we would work with this group to get a timeline established.
Questions for Ryan at all? Nice
Yeah, I
plan.
had a quick question. When they're doing the planning on this, are they discussing more tactile type of art, or does that also involve arts through culture and people and things like that?
I think they will start this as, pardon the pun here, but a pretty blank canvas, and look for.
Well done.
Thank you.
Meeting adjourned.
Paul, I wasn't expecting that reaction. Thank you. I'm here all night. So, and look to direction from the steering committee to really make some informed recommendations back for the plan.
And it sounds like they're going to be involving the community in these discussions.
I didn't quite hear all that.
It appears in looking at this, I've not been involved in these things, so
Yeah.
that they're going to involve community members and residents for input.
Yes. So at first, they would look to establish a smaller steering committee, they're calling it, or steering group of 7 to 12 individuals, which would include staff, elected, community, interested community folks. And then they would look to hold virtually some surveys as well as in-person events. One of the comments in the proposal is they like to piggyback on another larger event. So perhaps an event like Blues and Barbecue, having a table out there. We did that, and it's escaping me on what the project was for, but we did that at a previous Blues and Barbecue where we'd have a table out there, so to just another option or tool to get information out to folks. So yeah, we expect heavy involvement from the community.
Great way to get the community and residents involved.
I agree. That's a huge part of what I was excited about this. And there's an interactive idea board on here, so people will be able to even upload ideas and stuff they've seen from other communities. Because, I mean, let's face it, art is kind of it can be a hit or miss. We've seen our neighbors go through a process and came out with what they had planned, and it missed. and that can happen. And so I think throughout that process, the more involvement we can get, the more feedback we can get, the better chances are of not, sort of missing the mark if it happens. But yeah, I'm super excited about this. I'm happy that North Liberty is going to get some art, and I think it's going to end up being amazing. And I love this group, and so that's very nice to have somebody helping guide the process, because trying to do it from scratch would just be difficult. So.
And Mayor, I would hope that, there's discussions about the history of North Liberty. There be some pieces or some nods to, the past, where we've come from, and like placemaking. And I have said that how important I think that that signage and our choices are there. To Paul's point, it'd be the same with this process, but not just historical context, but flair and interest and draw, and folks, artists from the local area that'll have input and have maybe options of paintings or buildings, or just a big collaborative process is what I'm hoping for as well, Paul. So
The only concern that I actually had was just as a technical thing with the legalities of it. It seemed like, they hold for like 2 years after the termination of the agreement, they hold a lot of the rights to some of the stuff, and they're, becoming like, if we wanted to hire somebody, we agree that they become their agents and stuff. But I'm not sure if that's how this is done standardly from an art perspective, because that's totally not my area. But that was the only thing I had some concern about. But
Okay, is there a,
no, I think we, I think that as long as we've all kind of thought about that and acknowledged that.
we can take a closer look at that as well before we sign the final copy.
What would you propose we do tonight then? Just defer this until the next?
I think you can, I'm comfortable with approving it tonight, and then if we see something, we can certainly bring it back, if you're comfortable with that, if we see a concern.
Yeah, I'd like to get going on something.
Okay.
So, but just make sure that that's, kind of like more of a standard agreement with, in a group like that.
And can you remind me the timeline on this? I know each different phase from them is going to take, 3 to 4 months, it looks like. But at least to just, we approve this. I don't know if we've already kind of considered maybe who's going to be on the steering committee, like how long that might take before we're, in the drawing room.
Yeah, I know you're excited, and so are we. But it will probably take a little time, a month or so, to get our ducks in a row. And I'll be visiting with the mayor about the steering committee appointment. And certainly if you have thoughts on that, I'd encourage you to reach out to me or the mayor. So to the short version is we don't have a start date just yet.
Okay.
Any other questions? You guys okay voting on this and letting Ryan and staff research that
Yep.
2-year contract agent? Okay. With that then, Stacy, could we have roll call, please?
Wason,
Aye.
Fortney,
Aye.
Leibold,
Aye.
Park,
Aye.
Smith.
aye.
Great. Motion carries 5-0. Item 11 is the civic campus right-of-way vacation, and this is our third consideration and adoption of ordinance number 2026-01, an ordinance of vacating a portion of Front and Dubuque Street right-of-way in North Liberty, Iowa. Could I have a motion for consideration, please?
So moved.
Second.
By Fortney, seconded by Smith. Any questions? All in favor, say aye. I'm sorry, Stacy, could we have a roll call, please?
Park,
Aye.
Smith,
Aye.
Leibold,
Aye.
Wason,
Aye.
Fortney.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Item 12 is animal control ordinance. This is our second consideration of ordinance number 2026-02, an ordinance amending chapters 55, 56, and 57 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of North Liberty, Iowa concerning and reorganizing provisions for the animal control, pet licenses, and dangerous and potentially dangerous animals. Could I have a motion for consideration?
So moved.
Second.
By Wason, second by Leibold.
Yep.
Any questions? Stacy, roll call, please.
Sure. Smith,
Aye.
Wason,
Aye.
Courtney,
Aye.
Park,
Aye.
Leibold.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. All right, buckle in for this one. Item 13 is the SST for Evergreen Future Land Use Map Amendment and Zoning Map Amendment. This is our second consideration of ordinance number 2026-03, an ordinance amending the zoning map district designation for certain property located in North Liberty, Iowa from RS6 Single Unit Residence District, RM8 Multi-Unit Residence District, and RM12 Multi-Unit Residence District to RS6 Single Unit Residence District. From RS6 Single Unit Residence District, RM8 Multi-Unit Residence District, and RM12 Multi-Unit Residence District to RD10 Two-Unit Residence District. From RM12 Multi-Unit Residence to RM14 Multi-Unit Residence District, and from RM8 Multi-Unit Residence District and RM12 Multi-Unit Residence District to C2 Highway Commercial District. Are there any questions?
Can you repeat that? I didn't get it all.
No. Could I have a motion for consideration, please?
I'll move that, Mayor.
Thanks, sir.
Second.
Moved by Smith, seconded by Wason. I'll repeat it in 2 weeks. Stacy, could we have roll call, please?
Sure. Courtney,
Aye.
Park,
Aye.
Wason,
Aye.
Leibold,
Aye.
Smith.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. And finally, item 14 is zoning code ordinance amendment. This is second consideration of ordinance number 2026-04, an ordinance amending chapter 167 of the North Liberty Code of Ordinances governing definitions, chapter 168 of the North Liberty Code of Ordinances governing use standards, and chapter 169 of the North Liberty Code of Ordinances governing other accessory uses. Could I have a motion for consideration, please?
So
So
moved.
moved. Second.
Moved by Wason, seconded by Fortney. Are there any questions? Stacy, roll call, please.
Leibold,
Aye.
Smith,
Aye.
Wason,
Aye.
Park,
Aye.
Courtney.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Item 15, anything under the old business category?
Just fun seeing Murray Elite going vertical. Drive by there every day, and so getting excited about that. And Quick Star over there is also going to be opening soon. So
About a week.
yeah,
Nice.
it'll be great.
Any new business? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Park,
Second.
seconded by,
Everybody.
seconded by
Bryant.
Mason. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Thank you all. We are adjourned.